Ticker symbol NVVE set to get a little tiny bit of a pullback after a very nice upside today. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. This is ARCa coming at you with an NVVE technicals and raw price action thread of analysis on this happy Monday. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa Bulls. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, team, so we are looking at NVVE here on the 30-minute chart. As you can see, I am using quite a different moving average this time, right? So this is the 30 period volume-weighted moving average. So that's a 30-day close, right? So alongside of that, I'm using the EMA 21 and the EMA 55, and one more moving average that I've noticed that this asset is respecting quite often. So what you're looking at here is actually the SMA, the SMA 150. So that's a 150-day simple moving average. Okay, so I've noticed that we have had several occurrences where this has used it as support and resistance, particular to the larger time frames. So now the reason I'm saying that we could face a little bit of a pullback here is just to keep the video as short as we can so we can get as many others out as possible, is this. We have declining volatility, and we also have declining stochastic momentum. Not only that, is that we can actually see right over here on the 30-minute RSI that the RSI signal represented by this cyan line, this blue line, is suggesting a continuation to the downside to potentially find that support from the SMA 14. This is why I'm saying that we can actually face that support of the VWMA 30 right at about 65.30. Now, before continuing on to the upside. Okay, so let's move on. Well, sorry about that. Let's move on to see how far, let's just see how far the 30-minute cascades into the upper time frames, right? So hourly time frame, it's showing a little bit of a downside too with increased volatility, but I mean, that's not convincing enough. And look at the, look at the RSI pivot, right? This is absolutely suggesting a massive upside is within the bullish control zone, and it's already approaching the gravitational zone of the bull strength percentile. Very nice growth here on the MACD histogram too. Okay, team, so let's look at the bi-hourly time frame to see if we have any of that. Okay, so it's, yeah, naturally we're decreasing that probability of a continuation to the downside. This is increasing volatility as well. Upside pivot on both the MACD and RSI. So what I'm saying here is that the downside is very limited and highly likely to be faced where we were talking about that where was it on the 30-minute time frame, VWMA 30 at about 65.30, right? 65.25, right around in there. Okay, so now we were already in the bi-hourly. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. All right, so here it is, guys. Increasing volatility. We have absolute upside pivot on stochastics, definitely upside in everything else as well, and looking very promising. This is certainly due to continue on to the upside. And if I were to be very clear here, I do have a resistance level that I'm personally looking at about 74.47. Okay, so if we're looking at the price action from the point where we are at around 68.47, that's almost a 9% continuation to the upside. Which, by the way, I think on Thursday I was already talking about a potential continuation to the upside for about 22%. We're almost there. All right, team. So almost there to realize that target. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and continue on here and see how far we can get that upside to bleed into. Right. So there we go. We have the 6-hour time frame upside pivot on that stochastic. We have increasing volatility is there as well. Upside RSI, upside MACD. Let's look at the 8-hour time frame. Yep, same thing, man. Actually, this one is in the gravitational zone of the bullish control zone. So this is certainly set to get pulled to the upside here with increasing volatility as well. And the RSI entering the bull strength percentile, upside pivot on the MACD. And notice this, on the 8-hour time frame, we absolutely have massive ADX and DMI support. So this is the ADX with the dotted white line that is representing market trend. So anytime that this metric is upside of the 30%, it is considered to be very strong market trend to whoever is leading the pack of whether it be DMI plus, aka bulls, or DMI minus, aka bears. Okay, so in this case, upside pivot on the bulls, upside of the bears with 46%. We have DMI support for volatility versus momentum, and that is very likely to continue on to the upside. The target that I'm looking at is about 74.47, of course, at the 0.618, and we did specify that entering this zone here would actually put us in a very bullish area. Why? Because this between the 0.382 Fibonacci ratio and the 0.618, that is considered to be the golden pocket. Okay, so within the golden pocket, we're set to make some pretty nice moves to the upside. And if I were to be clear here, yeah, I guess I still have my eyes set at around the 107 to 110 target. Although I don't see it to be relevant at this particular moment in time. We want to evaluate momentum and price action as it moves throughout the days, right? So for now, guys, I'm still kind of favoring the 74.47 target, which was essentially a 22% move that I'm still in the process of potentially completing, right? So 12-hour time frame, upside pivot in the EMA3, we're barely getting that actually, and this SMA14 will likely start to get influenced by that shorter time frame, as the shorter time frame is the leading indicator. Increasing volatility now, and we're actually getting that bounce from the SMA14 on the 12-hour, right? So the RSI is looking very healthy, upside on that MACD. Absolute power behind here on the ADX versus the DMI plus and minus. Yeah, this is definitely, and here you go. Check it out. This is the daily time frame, right? And go ahead and notice that, yes, we still have an upside pivot here, increasing volatility, upside in the RSI and MACD and DMI support, right? Now notice the 150-day simple moving average located at 75.35, and I'm talking about 74.47. Very likely for us to reach that, hopefully within the next day. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for this target area here. That could be a take profit zone. Wait for the pullback. We'll essentially come back to maybe the 0.5 fib at 68.62. Secondary target would be 62.76 to validate the golden pocket before a continuation onto the upside, thus fulfilling the upper targets that we are speaking of. Okay, team, so please remember first and foremost that I am not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very, very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.